Hello everybody, I am coming on to show you guys the Caesar pasta salad recipe. I'm going to try and make it really quick. Okay, so into the water I'm going to add one of these chicken cubes, and these are the sodium content to me is kind of low. Sometimes I feel like even though I use that, I need to add just a tad bit of salt, not much, but just a tad bit. So I may be adding a little bit of salt to that water. I'm going to taste test that water in just a little bit and see. And the only reason I'm putting the chicken cube in there is because I just want a little bit of flavor in those noodles outside of just a salty flavor, you know. Just a little bit of something extra. Yeah, let's add a little bit of salt. Or you probably could add one more of those cubes, but I'm just gonna add just a little bit of salt. Taste test it now. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. Gotta wash my hand each time so I can taste test it again. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I'm using these Rotelli whole box. Just like before. So okay, so I want to use this Caesar kit. Okay, my other phone is going off. Okay, so I'm going to use this Caesar kit, and I'm going to use the rest of these tomatoes in it. I'm going to cut these in half. Alright, let me pause for a minute and answer the phone. Okay, so the noodles, we are not going to get them really soft. Just going to get them at like a midpoint, and then I'm going to have to cool them down so that the lettuce, the Caesar salad kit can go into it. So let me get out a strainer. Okay, we're going to test these noodles out. Take them off the heat. Okay, that's about where I want those to be at. So turn the heat off. I'm gonna get an ice water bath ready for those noodles so I can cool them way down real quick. this bowl, I have some ice water. I'm going to put my noodles over in there to cool them down. Okay, I already started putting some in there. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want them to get cold really quick. So I can go ahead and use them rather than just waiting for them to cool down. Another reason why I wanted some good flavor in these noodles on the front end, because I knew I was going to have to put them in this water. That was going to take away a little bit of the flavor. Perfect. I have a colander down there somewhere to strain all this water, but I don't feel like getting it out. So I guess I'm gonna do it the hard way over here. Making as big of a batch as I did that first time, so I'm going to use this smaller bowl. Okay, I don't want that little bit of water either, so I'll do it that way. I want all the flavor, I don't want it watered down. Okay, so there we go. We got our noodles in the bowl we're going to use. Okay. I'm going to add our salad mix to it. Caesar salad. Make sure you get the Caesar salad. Okay, take this off. That lettuce that big, so I'm going to cut it up some with my kitchen shears. Don't cut your noodles if you do it this way. Stay on top. The meat part of it, I'm not going to show y'all the whole meal. I was just doing this demonstration for the people that were wanting the recipe for this Caesar pasta salad. So on the grill over here, I'm going to cook some lamb chops. I will show y'all the cut I have this time. I have the smaller ones this time. So I'm not going to put those on the grill, which they are good off the grill, but I'm not going to do all that today. It's too humid for me out there. And these little pop-up showers don't help. Okay, so I think this will be good. Good enough. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put those tomatoes on there. Let me see what seasoning do I want to use. I really wish at this point I had the what's that one I like for salads? Mrs. Dash, that's one I like for salads. So okay, so I'm gonna use a little garlic powder. Powder, not salt. If I need some more salt later on, I'll add some, but okay, a little black pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to use some of this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse because it reminds me a little bit of Mrs. Dash. But okay, so while we're at it, let's add just a little bit of thyme. Since we are doing Caesar, we can just put some Italian touch in here. So I will do a little bit of basil. This is some I dried from my garden out there. I do have a little basil going. Okay, here's some parsley. Wait a minute, I think I got some. No, I don't have fresh parsley cut and dried yet, but I do have some growing out there in the garden. So let's put a little parsley. If you have Italian seasoning or Mrs. Dash, just go ahead and use that instead of all this extra if you want to. What I don't use is those crunchy croutons because I don't want that flavor in there. And I do go ahead and use this packet that's in the mix, but I did buy some extra as well because this is nowhere near enough. I like mine drenched in the dressing, especially with pasta in there because the pasta is going to soak it up. So if you eat some of this the next day, you're definitely going to want to add some more dressing to it because overnight that that pasta will soak that dressing up. Okay, so I have this light Caesar salad. I didn't want the light, it's just all they had, but this is like this one is more thick. Yeah, y'all can see that. That's the more thick one, and this one is more liquidy. So it doesn't really matter. Whichever one you like, or you can do like I'm doing and use the combination of both. Usually I just have all creamy like this, but not this time. As long as it's Caesar for me, I like the Caesar flavor. And I got this little one, and I'm going to add some more of it for some more creamy texture. And I'm going to use a little packet of Parmesan cheese. I didn't get any extra Parmesan cheese this time. I wish I would have. I didn't even think about it. And usually I have a little container up here, but I guess we've been going to town on that, so yeah, we don't have any. So I'll use what I have. Okay, so now you're just going to stir this all together. I told y'all this recipe is really easy, and you can add like some olives to this. I may see if I got some black olives to add to this one. since we're having lamb chops with it, I really want to do a little something extra. Add some extra stuff in. You could throw some mushrooms in here if you like mushrooms, especially some marinated mushrooms. This time I have more pasta than I do of my salad mix. Last time I had more salad mix, or maybe kind of a balanced combination of the two, but it's however you like it. No set rules here, guys. Just do what you like, however you like it. That's what makes it good and easy too. Look at that piece of lettuce up. I probably should have bought 2 packs of that lettuce mix, but I kind of like it like this too. Okay, so that's it. That is your pasta Caesar salad. See if I can get it in the camera good. That's it, guys. Quick, easy, and simple. That's it. Okay. So let me taste one of these pasta noodles and see. Oh yeah, that was a good touch right there. But just make sure that you cook your noodles just long enough. Don't overcook them, don't undercook them, and you'll be just fine. All right. That's it, guys, and I will come back to y'all. Oh, I was going to show you the cut of these are the small ones, guys. Looks like a little bitty T-bone. So that's the cut on those. And I can hear some of y'all now saying that little bit of meat, but I do have a big bowl of it. Oh, and I have been marinating this, and I used some soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar. I made a wet marinade. So in a bowl, I mixed a little soy sauce just to taste, black pepper, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, some Kinder's, this Kinder's wood fire garlic. What else was it? A little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of sugar and a little bit of water. And the reason why I put the sugar and water is to balance out the soy sauce, because it's really overpowering and really salty. So I had to tame that down a little bit with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of water. So, and then I'll let them marinate. Let them marinate for at least a couple of hours, at least about 2-3 hours, because lamb takes marinade really good. I ended up leaving these overnight. I started this process yesterday, and I really didn't want to do that, but I did. So we'll see. Hopefully I still didn't get too much saltiness in there just by it sitting overnight. But okay, guys, I'm not going to do the meat cooking process with you today. So that's it, and I will be back on another day to show you some more stuff. Y'all have a good one. Bye.